Welcome everyone. Welcome to our English speaking practice class. I already see lots of students are here. Hello, everyone. And today we're going to practice speaking English out loud so you get comfortable and confident, and I'm here to help you. So, what are we talking about today? We're going to practice the structure. I was X when Y. Can anyone think of what sentence structure this is? What verb tense do you need? How would you complete this sentence? So we can look at this image. We see a group of people and an adorable dog. Now we can say, I was, so we can focus on one person in this group. I was X when Y. So, what could we say to complete this sentence, and what sentence structure are we practicing today? So, while everyone thinks about it, I will help you out. Maybe you could say, I was talking to my friend when an adorable dog appeared out of nowhere. So maybe that could be your example sentence. So let me show you this. I was talking to my friend when an adorable dog appeared out of nowhere. So if a dog appeared out of nowhere, it means you have no idea where this dog came from. So all of a sudden, a dog was there. And notice the beginning part. I was talking. What verb tense is this? I'm sure my smart students know. I see an example sentence here, and I see the correct verb tense. So Ellison said we can use simple past and past continuous. Exactly. So notice, I was talking. That's the past continuous when an adorable dog, so an adorable dog, that's the subject. Adorable is an adjective. Dog is the subject. Appeared. That's the past simple. So that's the sentence structure we'll be practicing. But remember, you need to conjugate your verb to be. I was. You have to conjugate that with the subject. So we'll also be practicing different subjects as well. Okay. So here we have an example. I was listening when they were talking to me. Exactly. So in this case, we have two past continuous verb tenses. I was listening when they were talking to me. So the past continuous stresses that the action was in place at a specific point in the past. So you can use the structure, but let's practice with the past continuous and the past simple. Here we go. Anok said, I was meeting my friends. So here is a group of friends. I was meeting my friends when a strange woman asked to be along with us. Exactly. Maybe I would say when a strange woman asked, I would say asked to join us, asked to join us. I'm writing this in the comments, or asked to come along with us. You could say that. So asked to join us, asked to come along with us. So notice our verb in the past simple is asked. Notice that pronunciation, asked. It ends in a very soft T. Everyone repeat after me, asked, asked. Asked to join us. But when you connect it with another word, you won't hear that T very much. It will be very soft. So I'll say this first part, asked to join us. Repeat after me, asked to join us. Okay, excellent job. All right. So that's what we'll be practicing today. And I am excited for all of your creative answers. Have fun with this. You don't have to be serious. Use your creativity and think of funny, interesting, strange. Any answers are welcome. And I want you to practice answering out loud. So open your mouth and say the words because that will help you practice your speaking skills. And of course, you can write it in the comments as well. So I have a chance to review it and give you feedback. So, how about, well, we already practiced this one, but let's practice now with the subject they. Because before we focused on one person in this group. Now let's focus on all people. So we'll use the subject they. And I'm doing this specifically because you need to conjugate your verb to be with the subject. So make sure you do that as well. Okay, so let's see an example with they. And what verb tense do we need? They, the verb to be in the past, conjugated with the subject. Let's see. Okay, yes, exactly. So Sergi has it. They were, they were, they were, they were. Exactly. Farshad has it as well. Excellent. Hello, Stella from Brazil. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's see. They were what? They were, Okay, so they're catching up with each other when they've got together. Now, notice here you used there. That is a contraction of they are there. But we want the past continuous. So we need to take this sentence and turn it into the past continuous. They were catching up with each other when they got together because got is the past simple of the verb get. And when you catch up with someone like your friends, it means you share what's new, you share information, news about yourself or your life since you last saw that person. So it's an excellent expression. Really nice job. Okay, here, Ava said they were talking. Exactly. They were talking when the dog barked. Exactly. Very nice. So we have the past continuous. They were talking when the dog barked. And notice that pronunciation of barked. So it ends on a soft T. Barked. Repeat after me. Barked. And of course, that's the noise that a dog makes. Ruff, ruff, ruff. That's a bark. A cat meows, a dog barks. Now, because this is the end of the sentence, I'll pronounce that T more, barked. But in a natural sentence, if barked was in the middle of a sentence, it would be a very soft T. Okay. Ellison said they were gossiping about her when she went to the supermarket to buy snacks. This is funny. I like it. Well, maybe a little mean as well, but don't worry. I like the comment because when you gossip about someone, does anyone know what that means? An excellent sentence structure because you gossip about someone. That's the preposition you need. Just like you talk about someone, you gossip about someone. When you gossip about someone, it means that you share personal information about that person or you say negative things about that person when that person isn't there. So they don't know that you're talking about them. They were gossiping about her when she went to the supermarket to buy snacks. Excellent job. Okay. They were going to surf when the storm started. Yeah, very nice. They were going to surf when the storm started. Very nicely done. They were eating when he found something around them. Very nice. They were eating, and then you change the subject to just one person. When he found, found, of course, is the past simple of the verb find. They were eating when he found something around them. So he located some object that they weren't expecting to see. Very nice, everyone. Really nice sentences. And remember, I hope you're practicing out loud as well. All right. So if you are enjoying this lesson, well, then like this lesson, subscribe if you haven't already, and then put yes, 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 put yes, yes, yes in the chat. So I know you like this style of lesson. I know you're excited to be here because I'm very excited to be here doing this lesson with you. All right, attitude. Hello. Hello to you. It's very nice having you on. Anoke likes this lesson and says, yes, yes, yes. Farshad says, yes. Awesome. And if you are watching the replay, so you're not watching this live with us, please still participate. Put yes, yes, yes in the comments. Share your example sentences in the comments. Repeat out loud when I say repeat out loud, because this can still be very interactive, even if you're watching the replay. Awesome. Horatio says, yes, yes, yes. Sergi as well. Woohoo. I am very happy that everyone enjoys these lessons. Stella as well. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. How about this one? So, the audience. We can practice the audience as our subject. So we have a man presenting, and he's presenting to an audience. Now, think about what verb conjugation you need with the subject. So you want to always ask yourself, what's my subject? What's my verb? How do I conjugate the verb with the subject? And you also want to ask yourself, well, what's the time reference? In this case, you know we're practicing the past continuous with the past simple. But you always want to look for clues. What's the time reference? What's my subject? What verb tense do I need? So here, the audience. How would we conjugate this with the verb to be? And we need an example sentence that uses the past continuous with the past simple. All right, so let's see. Put your creative juices to work. And again, if you're watching the replay at home, I still want you to participate. So put an example sentence in the comments. Here we go. Susanna said the audience were impressed with him when he sparked to speak. I wonder if you mean when he started to speak, Now, the audience in American English, we conjugate the audience as a collective noun, which means it's made up of many different people, but we conjugate it as one group. So the subject is it. So we have our subjects I, you, he, she, it, we, they. There are only 5 subjects in English. So you have to ask yourself, what subject do I need? And in this case, it's he, she, it. The audience was impressed. So let's look at Inuk. The audience was excellent, was paying attention when the lecturer began his speech. Excellent job, Inuk. So we can say presenter. You can also say lecturer. A lecturer, perhaps a difficult pronunciation. Repeat after me. Lecturer, because you have at the end. Lecture, and then you add another Lecturer. Repeat after me. Lecturer. If that's difficult for you, for one, always practice difficult sounds, but you could also say presenter. Presenter, if it's difficult to say this. The lecturer began his speech. Began is the past simple of begin, and to pay attention is our verb, pay attention, and we have was paying. Excellent job. Very nice. Ashen said the audience were bored when he addressed the gathering. Okay, this is a good sentence. For one, in American English, like I said, we conjugate the audience as a collective noun. The audience was bored. But this is an excellent example because in English, there are certain noun or certain verbs that are stative verbs, which means we don't put it in a continuous form. So I wouldn't say the audience was being bored because that doesn't work because it's a state of verb. It's a state of being. So in this case, I would say the audience was bored when he addressed the gathering. Very nicely done. Hosam said the audience was coming when I was standing on stage. Okay, so in this case, we're using both past continuous. You can change your second one to the past simple just to practice this structure. The audience was coming. So the audience was coming into the room. The audience was appearing. The audience was getting seated. The audience was entering, perhaps, are other ways you could say that. Okay. Manuel said the audience was expecting his speeches when the lecturer asked them, any questions? Oh, this is very interesting. So here our verb is to expect, and you expect something, which means you think something is going to happen. The audience was expecting, that's the past continuous conjugated with our subject, the audience. The audience was expecting his speeches, but then when the lecturer asked them any questions, very nice sentence. I like this. Okay, let's practice our next one here. Here we have he. So we'll practice with the subject, he. And then look at the picture and what do you think? We need a past continuous. Think about what your verb conjugation is needed. Thankfully, it's easy to conjugate the verb to be in the past simple. There are only two options. Someone, make sure you write down what the verb conjugations of the past simple are in the verb to be so everyone knows. He, when, and then we need a past simple. So let's look at this image and then think, what could we say? I think there are a lot of options, so use your creativity. Okay, what could we say? Dong said he was calm when he tried to get on the coach. Yeah, very nice. So he was calm. So again, when we have state of verbs, an emotion, a state of being, often we will put it in the past simple. Sometimes it's required because the verb does not conjugate in a continuous form. And other times it just sounds better to see it as a state. So he was calm. If you wanted to turn this into a continuous action, maybe you could say he was acting calm. He was acting calm could be an option. So let me show that. He was acting calm. So calm is the verb. He was acting calm. Okay, but I like that example. Very nicely done. What else could we say? Coco said he was thinking when he waited. I think you mean waited the bus. Okay. You wait for something or someone. He waited for the bus. He waited for his friends at the train station. For example, you waited for this class to start. You waited for me to read your example sentence. So you wait for something or someone. Natalie said he was waiting for the bus. Exactly. He was waiting for the bus when a strange took a picture of him. I like that. Very nice example sentence because his face, he does look a little shocked, perhaps. So that is a really nice example. Very creative. Now, there's just one issue with the word strange. Strange is an adjective. This is a strange picture. So I'm describing the picture as strange. This is a strange picture. So strange is an adjective. And then I could say, what is the noun form? So strange is an adjective that means unusual, bizarre, weird. Now, a person you do not know is a stranger. A stranger. So a stranger is someone you don't know. So you just need that at the end. Stranger. Repeat after me. Stranger. 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 And then strange is your adjective. So I'll put that on there. This is a strange picture, and a stranger took a picture of him. Very nice. Murat had it. Awesome job. Okay. Elson said he was lost when he went to visit his old friend. Exactly. He was lost. So to be lost. So this is a great example of a state of verb. I wouldn't say he was being lost because in this case, the verb is the verb to be. It's to be lost. So you have to put your verb to be in the past continuous. But this is a state of verb. I wouldn't say he was being lost because lost is the adjective that describes his state of being. So Elson had a great example. He was lost, his state of being, when he went to visit his old friend. Very nice. Excellent sentence. Susanna said he was taking a bus. Exactly. You take a bus. That's your verb. And then you put it in the past continuous. He was taking a bus when he saw a gorgeous woman. And that's why he's looking at this gorgeous woman. Exactly. Very nice example. AK said he was thinking of his mother. Yeah. So our verb is to think. He was thinking, and you can think of someone. You can also think about someone. Sometimes in English, of and about are both possibilities as prepositions. Not always. So you really need to remember these things on a case by case basis. He was thinking of his mother when he was about to get into the train. Exactly. I would say get on the train because when you enter a train, that's the literal definition or the literal translation of what he is doing. He is entering the train, but native speakers don't say that. A native speaker would say he's getting on the train. And then the opposite is he's getting off the train. So I wouldn't say get into the train, get out of the train. You get on or off a train, bus, boat, or plane. But you get into a car and you get out of a car. So get into the car, we're leaving. Okay, we're here. Everyone get out of the car. But for a train, bus, plane, and boat, you get on and off. We're boarding, get on the train, get off the train. Okay. He was missing his father when he happened to appear. Oh, very nice. Nice sentence. He was missing his father. So here the verb is to miss, and you miss someone. He was missing his father when he appeared. He happened to appear. So I like this sentence. Mamuna used he happened to appear. So when you use the verb happen plus infinitive, it means that this man wasn't expecting it. So it was a complete shock or surprise. Wow, Dad, what are you doing here? He just happened to appear. Very nice. You could also take the verb appear and put that in the past simple when he appeared. But again, it changes the meaning slightly because when you have when he happened to appear, it stresses that it was unexpected, it wasn't planned. Very nicely done. Okay. How about this one? Now, I put X for the subject because now it's time for you to decide. So we have two people in this picture. You could talk about he, the man. You can talk about she, the woman. Or you can talk about perhaps they are a couple. So you could say the couple, which would be conjugated as it, a collective noun, it. Or you could say they, because they is the plural. And there are two people here. So that is why I want you to decide the subject, because even though there are only two people, there are many different options. And you can use the singular, he, she, it, or you can use the plural, they. So try to practice different subjects as well, just to get that conjugation of the verb to be. Okay, let's see. Now, what could we say for this picture? What do you think about the emotion? What do you notice about this couple? And you can practice using adjectives to describe them or to describe the scenery as well. Elchin said they was arguing. Elchin, can you correct that yourself? Let's see. Do you know what the mistake is here? I'm sure someone in the group can correct this mistake as well. They is our subject. So we always need to think about the verb to be and how to conjugate it. They were arguing. They were arguing when she didn't follow his advice. Excellent job. And good job getting advice in the singular because we never add an S to the word advice. She did not. That's the past simple. Very good. She didn't follow his advice. This is the past simple in the negative. So please practice negatives as well. Negatives always add an additional element of complexity because you have to think about how to form it. So practice a negative as well. Very nice sentence. Just remember to change was to were. They were arguing. Okay. Rosa said she was explaining exactly. So to explain is our verb in the past continuous with the subject she. She was explaining her plans when his boyfriend started to scream. Exactly. Very nice. So start is in the past simple. Now, there's one issue here because she was explaining the possessive needs to match the subject. So, what do you need to change in this sentence? She was explaining her plans when her boyfriend. If you say his boyfriend, technically that can be grammatically correct. But now this man doesn't belong to her in the sense of a couple. This man belongs to someone else who is a man because you used his boyfriend. So technically it is correct, but it changes the meaning. So you want to say her boyfriend. Okay, very nice sentence. Manfi said they both were fighting. They both were fighting. So to fight and then conjugated in the past continuous. They both were fighting when they got lost in forest. Exactly. Exactly. They got lost. I love it because you looked at the scenery and you tried to imagine where they are. Very nice. The only thing is that forest is a noun, a countable noun. So you need to have an article in front of it. And in this case, you could say a forest because that means any forest, not a specific one. Or you could say the forest, which is a specific forest, perhaps the one they took a walk in, the one closest to their house or closest to their work. Okay. Susanna said, Calvin was freaking out. Exactly. Very nice. So this is freaking out. Whoa, is when you lose control of yourself. Now you can freak out in a positive way as well. Imagine if you had a lottery ticket in your hand and they announced the numbers and it was your ticket. What would you do? You would start jumping up and down, celebrating. So you would freak out, but in a positive way. So you lose control of your emotions. Even your body acts very bizarre as well. But in this case, we can tell that it's freak out in a negative way. Kevin was freaking out when Anna confessed to him she cheated. Very nicely written. So to cheat, that's our verb. So when you cheat on someone, if you included the someone, she cheated on him, you would need the preposition on. When you're in a romantic relationship and someone cheats on someone else, it means that person has a romantic relationship with another person and it isn't allowed, of course. So this person doesn't know. So she confessed. She told him the truth. So it makes sense that he freaked out. Very nice sentence. Okay. There are so many amazing comments, everyone. Dindy said he was arguing with his girlfriend. Exactly. So we have he, his girlfriend. So the possessive needs to match the subject. He was arguing. So to argue, and you argue with someone. Very nice. He was arguing with his girlfriend when she forgot to wish him on his birthday. Very nice. So to forget is our verb and it's in the past simple. Forgot is the past simple of forget. Now you would say when she forgot to wish him a happy birthday. Because in English, you wish someone a happy birthday. So you don't just wish someone, you wish someone a happy birthday. So you would need to say that. When she forgot to wish him, you wish someone a happy birthday. So you wish someone something. And in this case, the something is a happy birthday. I wish you a happy birthday. I wish you years of joy and bliss. So she forgot to wish him a happy birthday. That's a very nice example. Excellent job. Okay. Now, everyone has such creative examples. I love it. Here's another one. Louise said, Brandon said, I like how you're imagining that this person is Brandon. Create characters. That's a great way to use your creativity. Brandon said, lighten up. Lighten up. Another mistake with this. Perhaps this is a common mistake. So pay attention because you might see the word girlfriend and know that girl is feminine, but the possessive belongs to the subject, and Brandon is a man. So Brandon said, lighten up when his girlfriend, Sheena, accused he was cheating her. Oh, okay. Very nice. Let me just correct this last part. When his girlfriend, Sheena, accused him of cheating on her. English can be very difficult with these small prepositions or remembering the sentence structure because there are so many different sentence structures in English. So you really want to pay attention and memorize. And after you learn a structure, you must practice it. Now, in this class, you are learning a lot of information. You don't have to practice everything because that might be overwhelming. What areas are you struggling with? Are you struggling with getting the possessive to match the subject? Well, then that is what you need to practice. So think about what you need to practice, and then you need to practice the specific structure many, many times in order to permanently remember it. So notice here, when his girlfriend Sheena accused him, so to accuse is our verb. And the sentence structure is you accuse someone of, that's our preposition, of doing something. So it's a difficult structure because you have your verb accuse, which you need to conjugate. You accuse someone, then you need the preposition of. Now, because of is a preposition, the next verb has to be in the ing. And I said creating, which is a typo. That is not the correct spelling. So you need to change it to cheating. So to accuse someone of doing of something. Okay. So she accused him of cheating. I spelled it wrong, but the structure is right, of cheating on him. So now I'll post this again and you can see the structure as well. To accuse someone of something. Now you can have something as a noun, or if it's a verb, then you need the ing. She accused him, someone, preposition of, and then the verb in ing of cheating. And now we already learned previously that you cheat on someone. So you also have to remember that sentence structure. You don't cheat someone, you cheat on someone. Okay. Excellent sentence. Now, we went from more negative to perhaps more positive, but I don't know. It's up to you because you can use your creativity. So, again, we have subject. Now, I want you to decide, which is why I said X. In English, if you ever see X or Y, that's how we say that the variable isn't identified. So in this case, X represents the subject, but I did not identify the subject. So the subject can be she, he, or again, we could say the couple as a collective noun, or we could say they, or maybe you want to talk about something else in this picture or be creative. You could talk about the city, the neighborhood, for example. So, what could we say here? This is a picture that could be open to interpretation. If something is open to interpretation, it means that two people could look at this picture and see very different things. And that's the interesting part of this exercise because we see such different examples and practice using different subjects. Remember, you can also practice that negative structure. You could even practice asking a question as well, just to get comfortable with different structures. And remember, open your mouth and practice. Repeat after me. When I teach you a new structure, repeat the sentence, repeat the structure as well. Oh, I need to highlight this comment because this student, sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name in English. This student clearly watched my lesson yesterday where I taught the expression a humdinger. So this is great. An excellent example of this student learning an expression and now practicing it, a humdinger. Your lessons are always a humdinger, an excellent sentence. And because you're practicing it, you are going to be more likely to permanently remember it and feel confident using it in your speech as well. Now, I think the pronunciation is relatively easy, but let's repeat it out loud just so you feel confident with your pronunciation. Humdinger, humdinger, humdinger. And excellent job getting that article, a humdinger, a humdinger. And you can share in the chat what this means as well, because one of the best ways to remember information is to teach it. So I want you to leave the definition of what a dinger is in the chat to help you remember it. Thank you. All right. Killer said, the girl finally forgave. Oh, we have it again. This is interesting. I didn't know this was a common problem that my students make. And that's why this practice, this exercise is so valuable for me because I learn what areas my students struggle with. So I know what to focus on when I teach as well. Because the same mistake, boyfriend is male, but the possessive matches the subject. The girlfriend finally forgave her boyfriend when he apologized sincerely. Very nice. And this is an excellent example where the verb forgive, so give, forgive, and then the past simple is forgave. This is an example where we don't generally put this in a continuous form. I was forgiving him. We generally just treat it as something that happens once, not a continuation. The girl finally forgave her boyfriend when he apologized sincerely. Very nice sentence. Okay. Ayat said, Adam was shouting. Very nice. So our verb is to shout, conjugated correctly. Adam was shouting when Linda told him that she forgot the map. Very nice example. I like this. Why did you forget the map? When Linda told him. So here, excellent sentence structure. So Linda told him that, and then we need a clause because you tell someone something, and that something in this case is a clause. A clause is a complete sentence. It's subject, verb, object. So subject, she, verb, forgot. You have to conjugate the verb according to the time reference, and then the object is the map. Very nice sentence. Okay. Elson said she was shocked. So this is a great state of verb. So the verb is to be shocked. That's what it means, to be shocked. She was shocked and didn't know how to react when he was proposed to her in front of a crowd. Very nice. So, everyone, what does it mean to propose to someone? What does that mean? There is one thing we need to correct in your sentence. It's so the verb is to propose. So to put that in the past simple, you just take the verb propose. It's not to be proposed, it's just to propose. So when he proposed, but you had the rest of it correct because you propose to someone. Propose to someone. Very nice. Okay. Susanna said Joe was kneeling. So that's what the man is doing right now. Was kneeling. So our verb is to kneel. Kneel. Notice that pronunciation. The K is silent. When we have KN, the K is silent. Repeat after me. Kneel. Kneel. Joe was kneeling when Amber announced that she was pregnant. Excellent sentence. I love it. So here you announce something. And in this case, we have a clause again, subject. And in this case, just a subject and a verb. To be pregnant, to be pregnant. Very nice. Ashen said she was over the moon when her boyfriend said that he liked the proposal. Exactly. Very nice. She was over the moon. So, this is an expression to be over the moon, which means extremely happy. I was over the moon when I got the promotion. She was over the moon. So to be over the moon, this is a state of verb. We wouldn't put it in a continuous form. She was over the moon when her boyfriend said that he liked the proposal. This is an interesting sentence. Really nice. Okay. Julia said she was flabbergasted. This is a great adjective, to be flabbergasted. Everyone, repeat after me. We'll start at the end. Gasted, gasted, flabbergasted, flabbergasted. When you're flabbergasted, it means you're shocked, confused. You don't know how to react to the situation. She was flabbergasted to his action when he kneeled down out of the blue without any reason. Exactly. So great job getting to kneel down. So when you kneel down, it means imagine this is your knee. You go on one knee, just like this man is doing here. When he kneeled down out of the blue means unexpectedly. So I got the promotion out of the blue. I got the promotion unexpectedly. Now, the only thing is, she was flabbergasted. This is the passive. So you need by. She was flabbergasted by his action when he kneeled down out of the blue without any reason. Very nice. Okay, Selim said, the girl gave a hand to the man when he accidentally fell down. This is funny. I like it. So when you give someone a hand, it means that you help someone. So if I fell, can you give me a hand? Can you help me? Can you give me a hand? But you could use this in many situations. If you come home with a lot of bags, you could say to your husband, your wife, your kids, your roommate, can you give me a hand? And then they know you want help with your bags, to give someone a hand. The girl gave a hand to the man when he accidentally fell down. Very nice. Okay. And Julia again said, please do smash the like button. Oh, thank you. And I agree. Smash that like button. Hit it hard. Hit it with enthusiasm. All right, everyone. Really nice examples with this one. A lot of creativity. I love it. And I hope if you're watching the replay, I hope you're practicing along, being creative as well. How about this one? So think of an example. Again, our subject, we have either one person, a man. It looks like there are only men in this picture. So one man, or you could talk about the group, the team. They could be a sports team. Team is conjugated as a collective noun. It, the team, it. Or it could be they as people. So they would be plural. So you have he, the team, they. Or it could be the group, the friends. There are other options as well. Okay, so what can we do? And let's practice the past continuous and then when and the past simple. So that's our structure. And again, be creative, look to the picture, look to the background, think of adjectives you could use, give these people some personality as well, create a story. This is your time to be creative. This is your time to use all of those adjectives that you learn in my lessons and other people's lessons. Use the phrasal verbs, use the idioms. Don't worry about being right or wrong. That does not matter. The purpose here is to practice. That's all we're doing. Practice, have fun. You're in a safe space. So be creative and don't worry about being right or wrong. Just practice. Nicholas said he was playing basketball with his friends when he lose a game. Oh, very nice sentence. So he was playing. You play basketball. So our verb is play. And that is the verb that's conjugated in the past simple. There's only one thing we need to do with the end of this sentence. So, Nicholas, after when, you need the past simple. So what do we need here? When, when, and then we need a subject again, when, and then the past simple verb. So you could say when he lost a game. Now, all game means any game, which grammatically is correct, but perhaps you might want to use the game because the means specific. So it's the game they are currently playing, whereas all just means any game. And in this case, you could also use a possessive and you could say his game, because we're imagining that the game belongs to him. So you could say when he lost, because the verb is to lose. And then the past simple is lost. When he lost a game, any game, the game, a specific game, the one they're playing, or his game. If you use a possessive, it replaces the article. Okay, let's see. They are playing basketball when it's scorching. Okay, nice attempt. I like how you use it's scorching. It's scorching. So, scorching, excellent job looking at the scenery and imagining what the weather is. So, scorching means very hot, very hot. To be scorching. Oh, it's scorching in here. It's very hot in here. And notice that pronunciation scorching, ching, scorching. Repeat after me scorching, scorching. Now let's practice putting this in the past continuous. They were playing basketball when it became scorching, perhaps. When it became scorching, to use the past continuous and past simple. Very nice. Okay. Horatio said, the friends, exactly. So the subject is the friends. The friends were playing happily. I like how you added that adverb, happily. So our verb is play. So he added the adverb happily. Happily. The friends were playing happily when the rain caught them. Oh, very nice sentence. The rain is the subject. Catch is our verb, and in the past simple, it's caught, ought. Repeat after me caught, caught them. So if the rain catches you, it means you are in the rain, you don't have an umbrella, you don't have anywhere to shelter yourself, and it was relatively unexpected. You didn't think it was going to rain. Really nice sentence. Okay, Dindy said they were practicing individually. Very nice. They were practicing individually when their friends didn't come to play the game. Very nice. So their friends didn't come. That's the past simple in the negative. Really nice sentence. An excellent job getting your possessive, because I've noticed this has been an issue today. Their friends, and there is the possessive of the subject they. When their friends, they didn't come. They didn't come to play the game. So when you see something like their friends, you always have to imagine what it is as the subject. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And of course, it represents the subject they. They didn't come to play the game. Very nice sentence. The team was practicing when it decided to take a short break. Excellent job. Really nicely done. The team was practicing. So the team is conjugated as a collective noun. The team was practicing when it, because the team is conjugated as he, she, it. But we can't say he or she. So in English, we must use it, even though it generally refers to objects, but in this case, the team is an object. The team, it, decided to take a short break. So decide is our verb in the past simple, and you decide to do something. So decide plus infinitive. It decided to take what? A break, and then short is the adjective. Excellent job. Okay. How about this one? So we have as a subject, we can have the girl, the little girl. You can use an adjective to describe her if you like. The girl on the bike, the man, the father, perhaps, the woman, the mother, perhaps, but maybe it's the aunt and uncle or friends, or I don't think they're grandma, grandpa, judging by their age, but maybe grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousins. So it could be other people, babysitters, perhaps. And then you can talk about them individually, or you could talk about them as a group. Now, as a group, we can say they, or we could say perhaps the family, which would be conjugated as I, you, he, she, it, we, they. It would be the subject he, she, it, the family, it. So we use it as a collective noun. The family, it, the group, the household. Maybe we could look more broadly and say the neighborhood, which would also be conjugated as it as well. The neighborhood represents all the people living in a specific area, but is conjugated as a collective. So, what could we say about this picture? We have different subjects, and then we have our verb to be with the present or the past continuous, and then when, and then we need a past simple. All right. So Rennet said she was excited when suddenly understood that she learned riding a bicycle. Exactly. Very nice. So to be excited, this is a great example because we would put this as a state of verb, and I wouldn't put this as a continuous action. She was excited when she suddenly understood how to ride a bike. So, understand is your verb in the past simple. When she suddenly understood how to ride a bike. Very nice example. Sergi said the family was on the street. Exactly. So, where are they? They're on the street. They're on the street. So, that's the preposition you would use, on the street. The family was very good. So, here to be on the street, this is also a stative. We wouldn't put this as a continuation. The family was on the street when, what do we need? It's not they, daughter. We need a possessive here. When their daughter was riding a bike, or when their daughter learned how to ride a bike, when their daughter rode a bike. So there are some options we could do at the end. Julia said the baby girl is taking up the activity such as cycling at the outdoor when the learning how to cycle. Okay, the baby girl is taking up the activity. Very nice. So to take up an activity is when you learn that activity. So I'm taking up skiing. I'm going to learn how to ski. I'm going to start skiing as part of my regular routine. The baby girl is taking up cycling. You could just say cycling to keep it a little more concise. Cycling outdoors. So cycling outdoors when she learned how to cycle. Very nice. Susanna said the mother was helping her out to ride a bike when she noticed the kid was having trouble doing so. Yeah, so you have trouble doing something, you don't need into there. When she noticed, very nice past simple. So the past simple is to notice, and then noticed is the past. She noticed the kid was having trouble doing so. Really nice sentence. Rosa said, Alexa, the girl's name. Very nice. I like that. Alexa was learning. So our verb to learn was learning to ride a bike when her parents supported her journey. Very nicely written. So to support, and that's in the past simple, supported, supported. Okay. Gore said the father was feeling happy. Very nice. To feel happy. And then you can put the verb feel in a continuous in certain situations. The father was feeling happy when his daughter, and after when, let's use the past simple. When his daughter tried to ride the bike. The bike. So you can say bike or bicycle, but we in American English, we don't shorten bike or bicycle to cycle. We use cycle as a verb. So imagine I'm on a bike. These are my legs, I guess. I'm cycling. I'm cycling. So we use cycle as a verb to cycle. I'm cycling. But you cycle on a bike or a bicycle. So we shorten bicycle to bike. Amazing job, everyone. Everyone, wow, I am so impressed with all of your examples. So much creativity, so many amazing adjectives, expressions, idioms, sentence structure. I am so impressed by everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now, remember, like this lesson, make sure you subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson, every time I post a live stream. And if you enjoyed this lesson, if you want me to go live again next week, well, then make sure you put yes, yes, yes in the chat, because I'll only keep doing these lessons if you enjoy them and you keep watching them. So I need to know that you like this lesson, so I'll make another one. So put yes, yes, yes in the chat, share it with your friends, like it, subscribe, and then if this lesson was popular, successful, I'll come back next week and we'll do another one. So put yes, yes, yes. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It was such a pleasure, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye. Have an amazing day, everyone.